Hello my gorgeous peopleini, this is your new horoscope tarot card reading, and it's of course for all 12 signs of zodiac, and I am indeed going to start with our gorgeous Aries. My gorgeous Erini, when it comes to this week, honestly, my God, you really are going to have this surprising and rather unexpected experience. Something is going to happen and you are gonna absolutely love it. You really are going to open your eyes. You are going to have this really interesting realization how great, how amazing you are when it comes to something really specific. Okay, something that comes to you naturally, something that you absolutely love doing, something that you absolutely enjoy doing. You really need to understand that there is so much more to it, okay? And you know, you are not only going to come to this interesting realization how great you are at something really specific, but you're also going to realize that you really want to kind of nurture this. You really want to kind of, you know, put more energy towards it. You will realize you need to take this on the next level. This aspect of your life is going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to February 2026, because in February 2026 you're going to find yourself on this really important crossroads when it comes to your whole life, to be quite honest with you, and this aspect changes absolutely everything. One thing here really stands: if we are really great at something, if we are really good at something, if we are really passionate at something, if we are talented at something, this is a sacred sign. You know, when we realize this, we need to see this as a sacred sign, okay? You need to really understand that this is the actual path you need to follow. And sometimes, oh my God, we can deal with so many different things in our lives that can make our lives so much more difficult, things that drain our energy and things that most certainly drain our attention away. So I know that it's not always, you know what I mean, so easy. But that's why I need you to be strong when it comes to this, okay? That's why I need you to really take this very, very seriously, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. Okay, so I am also going to see what is going to be an additional tarot card message as well, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to this week as well. Okay, so this week you are going to realize exactly what do you want to do when it comes to your life. This week you are going to realize exactly what do you want to do when it comes to your life, and this, you know, what you're going to be thinking about and what you're going to realize, it's going to be extremely wise. You see this? It's going to be extremely wise. And I do know that you're going to be speaking to somebody about your plans and things like that, and that really kind of amazing person who you're going to be speaking to is actually going to confirm this to you. And this, you know, also changes things in your life. You will be able to kind of spend more time with people that match your energy, okay? So that's why this is the beginning of such a beautiful turning point in your life. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be our gorgeous Taurus. My gorgeous Taurini, this is absolutely brilliant. You are going to have an important conversation with somebody who is like very close to you when it comes to this week. This person means to you so much, okay? So it's somebody who is like a really kind of significant person in your life, of course. You're going to be speaking to, and you're going to be talking about this problem that has been bothering you for quite a while now. Some kind of a problem that became very difficult as the time went by. And it's not only about you kind of being annoyed by this personal problem so much to the point where you need to go and speak to somebody about it. It's not only that, my gorgeous Taurini, but it's also that the fact that that problem is like kind of really restricting you from doing what you want to do. That problem you know, that problem is restricting you from following the path you should most certainly follow. And all this frustration is going to come from the fact that before everything I've mentioned so far, you're actually going to have some kind of rather interesting and surprising opportunity. And this is why you're going to become so frustrated. And this is where all this is going to start. First of all, it's all going to start with you having this surprising opportunity, my gorgeous Torini. And then that's why you're going to feel frustrated, because you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And then you're going to be talking to you know, to this person who's ever so close to you, and this person really is like kind of gonna completely understand you, what are you talking about, and where are you coming from, for example. And you are, after that conversation, something really crazy is going to happen. And it looks like you just needed somebody who you get on with so well to actually agree with you. This is going to mean to you subconsciously and even consciously more than you can possibly imagine, because I know that you are going to have so much more energy after that moment in time, and within the next couple of days you are indeed going to do something so brave. You're going to do something so powerful. You're going to make this powerful move. You're going to make this powerful step. And thank God that this restriction, it's actually going to be lifted. You will end this restriction. And this is what it counts. You will end this restriction. And, you know, whatever you're going to do, whichever move you make, this move is going to end this restriction. And this is actually going to be brilliant for you materialistically, my gorgeous Torini. This is going to be brilliant for you materialistically, because now you will be also able to kind of consider that opportunity that you came across at the beginning of this week, and you are indeed going to take this on. And after this point, everything changes. Everything changes. You will realize, why have you been missing out on your life, in your life all along? And also, my gorgeous Torini, do you know what? There is somebody who is, oh my God, somebody is going to be going through something very difficult. Somebody will be very sad. Somebody very close to you again is going to be very sad. And that person will be going through something really difficult, through some kind of unexpected change, you know. And when you talk to this person, there is something so significant you are going to gain out of this, you know, situation for yourself. You will know what to avoid in your life in order to not to make a mistake that this person has made, you know. And also, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to the actual tarot card, an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, let's just see. Well, you see, it's like a basically, what you need to understand, that there is one particular person, when it comes to this week, it's really going to surprise you. You're going to realize that someone has been like a little bit dishonest with you, and this in itself is indeed going to break your heart a little bit. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. But then again, that in itself, it's really kind of going to remind you of what you want to manifest in your life so badly. So again, this is actually going to work in your favor, because you're going to be reminded of what you want to do so badly, what you want to manifest so badly, okay? And here you will start reconnecting with yourself, my gorgeous Torini, okay? Because there is like something that you will immediately want to do, okay? And this is going to be connected to that, and this is going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to your future. The next sign is going to be my gorgeous Gemini, my gorgeous Geminini. When it comes to this week, oh my Lord, something very, very strange is going to happen. You are going to have this really strange experience, really strange and unusual experience, really spiritual experience, okay? This is really going to shake you up so nicely. This is going to remind you of who you are and what your purpose on this, you know, journey actually is. And your eyes are going to open when it comes to this spiritual experience. You're going to be thinking about all sorts of things. Like, you're going to be thinking like along those lines, how we have a limited amount of time on this earth, you really are going to be and feel so deep. And this is all going to be leading towards you, my gorgeous Gemini. The understanding that, you know, this is going to be leading towards you making a really quick message. Making a really quick decision. Making a really quick decision, you know, to kind of end something. To end something, to bring something to an end that has been making you feel so happy for so long. But only now, for some reason, you are going to be able to be honest with yourself and to accept that fact. You have no idea how important this is going to be when it comes to your entire life, when it comes to you doing the right thing, when it comes to you finally moving on. Okay, absolutely brilliant. This is going to be beneficial for your entire life. Do you understand me? Because, you know, so you're going to make this quick message in order to end something, to move on from something that has been making you feel so unhappy for so long. But only now you will have confidence to do this. Only now you're going to be able to see things crystal clear. And only now you are going to be reminded as well through this situation of some kind of a major opportunity, big opportunity you had not that long ago. You knew that that opportunity was really big for you, something as the next big step in your life, and you knew that this is going to be big, you know, the moment in time you found out about it. But only now you will remember this, and you will feel the importance of it. You know, you will feel how important this actually is. So this is something that you are gonna start focusing on very heavily after this moment in time. There are some further explorations you are going to have, and the more you explore when it comes to this opportunity, the more you're going to realize, oh my God, why didn't I do this immediately? Why didn't I do this back then? But it doesn't matter. You weren't ready back then. Now, my gorgeous Gemini, you most certainly are. Okay? And also, there is somebody not really nice when it comes to this week. And you know that this person is not related to this situation. This is to do with something else, you know. Somebody who is not really nice, and somebody who you know that it's not really nice as well, is going to invite you. It's going to invite you somewhere. It's going to give you some kind of invitation. And you don't like that person, but you will like this invitation. And I really strongly suggest you to accept this invitation, because to kind of go to some kind of event, and I strongly suggest you to accept this invitation, because oh my God, there is something mind-blowing you are going to hear. There is something mind-blowing you are going to hear when it comes to wherever you will kind of need to attend to. And there is something like really crazy you're going to hear, which is going to give you an amazing idea, additional idea. When it comes to this opportunity, you realize that now it's time to really take on, okay? Something crucial is going to happen the moment in time you attend this event, for example, you were invited to. So I really hope it's not going to kind of put you off that this person who's not that nice, you know what I mean? It's not about that person, my gorgeous Gemini. It's about you, of course. So now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card, what is going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Gemini. What is going to be an additional tarot card message? Well, you've got like a 6 of coins here. My gorgeous Gemini, you've got a 6 of coins, and I really think that somebody is indeed going to need your help. Somebody is going to be struggling, you know, and I really think that somebody is going to be struggling financially, okay? And I really, if you are able to help this person, like financially, that would be absolutely brilliant. But it's not only about money, it's not only about finances. Maybe you have got like a really brilliant advice to give that person. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you have a really brilliant advice to give that to that person. So it's not only about money, do you know? So please do kind of please do think how you can actually help this person out. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, there is a really powerful man, a really nice man, who is going to really, King of Cups, who is really going to inspire you when it comes to this week, you know, to kind of think about your life from a different perspective. This beautiful spiritual man, it's really going to inspire you to the point where you're going to start to realize how special you are, how different you are, how unique you are. And this is really going to be such a beautiful moment, especially at around this time, because it's going to give you that much needed like kind of energy and confidence in order to move forward with your life. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Gemini Cancer, my gorgeous Cancer. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, you are going to have absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant news. Oh my God, you are going to have this completely unexpected and absolutely brilliant news when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is going to be, this is going to be really unexpected. And you know what this news is going to be about? This news is going to be about some kind of challenge. You will know that there's some kind of a terrible, dreadful challenge in your life is coming to an end. You see, when you get this news, you're going to be so happy, because you will know that some kind of a dreadful, horrible challenge in your life is finally coming to an end. Okay, and there is some kind of something additional, of course, that you are gonna need to do, but it's just something that it's not a big deal whatsoever. There is something really additional you're gonna need to do, but you're gonna be so happy in like about 7 days after that moment in time, I suppose. You know what I mean? This challenge is completely going to come to an end, and this is so important, because at the end of the day you will be able to really make such an important move when it comes to something you wanted to do for absolute ages, something you wanted to do for the last 7 months. Okay, you will be able to make such an important move when it comes to something really big you wanted to do for the last 7 months. And this is going to be brilliant for you. Whatever this is, it's going to be really good. Whatever this is, it's going to be really successful. Whatever this is, it's going to change your life tremendously. That's why I'm saying that this is really, really important, my gorgeous Cancerini. And also, when it comes to the tarot card, an additional tarot card message, let's just see what is going to be an additional tarot card message, my gorgeous Cancerini. So, well, you have a 4 of Cups here. You see this, but this to me, my gorgeous Cancerini, really means that you are going to see and have such an important sign. There is a little very kind of clever bird you are going to see when it comes to this week. There is a very kind of clever bird you're going to see, and I'm saying clever because the moment in time you see that bird, you're going to be thinking, oh my God, this bird is doing something clever, or you will know that this bird is really intelligent. And as soon as you see this bird, you will something very magical. This is going to be a sign. This is going to be a very powerful omen, because something very magical is going to happen within, and you will realize, you see this Queen of Swords, you will realize, you know, what you want to do with your life. You will realize exactly what do you want to do with your life, and which boundaries you need to set in order to do this. You know, not only, oh, I want to do this, but you also know which healthy boundaries you need to set. And to make things even more amazing, here you've got the High Priestess, which of course, this is your amazing confirmation that you are doing something, that you're doing the right thing. You're doing something really wise. You're doing something really smart indeed. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be our gorgeous Leo, our gorgeous Leone. Oh my God, ooh, this is really gonna kind of blow you away. You're not gonna be able to believe this, because it's to do with some kind of a nonsense you did not think it's going to end. Okay, it's to do with some kind of, oh my God, such an annoying issue, such a difficult issue in your life that you did not think it's going to come to an end. Honestly, I think that you just lost all your hopes, to be quite honest with you, because this is in itself going to blow you away. There is such an important news you are going to have, and this in itself, oh my God, it's going to be one of the most unexpected things ever. You will know that something is going to come to an abrupt end, complete end, but some kind of a very, very difficult problem. But it's very difficult and it's very complex. It is such a difficult problem and it's such a complex problem that there is so much more to it. You really need to kind of take your time in order to explain to somebody what this issue and what this problem is actually really about, because it has been kind of affecting you and going on in your life for such a long time. And seriously, you kind of got used to it. You got used to it. And how you feel and how you felt about this problem was, oh, really kind of unfair. Oh, it's my luck, it's my luck, it's my luck. It's going to be like that. It's going to stay like that. So this is going to blow you away, because you will know that this problem, my gorgeous Leone, this is going to surprise you, because this major issue in your life, it's going to come to an abrupt end, like really such a quick end. Oh my God. And I can see like a really big wish. It's going to come true with this. You know, this was like a really big wish. Oh my God, this really is this is how you're gonna see this, as a really big wish just came true, my gorgeous Leone. And you see what I mean? Yeah, like, look, this is how you see the really big wish is, you know, came true for you. And this is brilliant, because, you know, now you're gonna be very happy. This is instantly gonna make you feel extremely excited. You're going to open your mind. You're instantly gonna have all sorts of realizations and ideas. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go into this mode of planning. Oh my God, this aspect of your life has really been holding you back. Now you're about to open your mind, because all sorts of doors are about to open in your life. You know, I'm not being funny, but this problem did really delay so much. Seriously, this problem, this issue, that finally, hallelujah, it's coming to an end. It's just kind of slowed down your life in general, you know. And now you are really kind of having this release from some kind of a bondage here. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. This really has been holding you back. You're about to begin to understand so much about yourself and about your life, about what you should be doing, about what you shouldn't be doing, because you're reaching towards enlightenment. And most importantly, you are going to be able to make such a quick decision, it's gonna like split second. It's gonna take like a split second to make this really quick decision and to make a certain move when it comes to something really specific you weren't able to do before. Now you're gonna be able to literally dive in immediately, and it's some kind of opportunity that you knew you've had, but there was nothing that you could have done about it until this situation has finally come to an end. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Leone. And I'm just going to see what's going to be your tarot card, an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week. Oh my God, you see this now. Somebody's really going to be irritating you a little bit when it comes to this week. This one particular person is going to be irritating you, but then again, at the same time, you need to understand it's somebody who has been irritating you all along. Okay, and you really need to kind of stand your ground. You need to stand your ground. This particular person is not only going to be irritating you, but this particular person is going to be demanding something from you. And I say, no, baby, no. You need to protect your life. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect things that belong to you. Okay, this is what I need you to understand. Maybe perhaps even somebody's actually going to try to trick you into something. Okay, and you're gonna feel almost as if like, oh my God, my hands are tied behind my back, you know, there is nothing I can do. But you, of course you can. Whatever this person is demanding from you, just walk away from. Just come up with some kind of excuse if this person is intimidating you so much, my gorgeous Leone, you know. But you need to walk away from it. By you walking away from it, you're actually going to protect yourself. You're going to protect yourself, and you are going to do the right thing. you know. So that's what I need you to understand. And the next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Virgo. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolini, like, oh my God, you know what? Number one, I know that there's some kind of a fear, some kind of a terrible, terrible, terrible fear. Is coming to an end when it comes to this week. At around the beginning of this week, you're gonna be very, very happy, because something that you have been like so like kind of paranoid about, something that has been making you feel so anxious, something that affected you, something that affected your energy, something that affected your life in general, something that affected your work, if you're working, for example, is finally coming to an end. And I think it's to do with a certain problem that has been affecting you really greatly for the last 3 months. Oh my God, my gorgeous Virgolini, you're gonna feel so much better from the beginning of this week. You are coming home to yourself. Your energy is about to change. You're about to perk up. You're about to have so much more energy, like, oh my God, physical, spiritual and mental. You really are going to come home to yourself, my gorgeous Virgolini, after so long. There is something that there is some kind of issue that you were going through that has been affecting your personality, your spirituality, that has been affecting your spirit, you know. And I think that those people who are very close to you have actually noticed this. This even kind of changed the way you look a little bit. Please don't get me wrong, but sometimes, you know, people do suffer in silence inside, and it shows on their face. It's like kind of, we can recognize this through their own energy, and people themselves are not aware of it because they think that they're so great, so amazing at actually hiding this, you know. So there is something that has been bothering you, like, oh my God, for a while, my gorgeous Virgolini, and this is about to improve completely. This is about to come to an end when it comes to this week, but it's really to do with this major improvement. That's how I can describe this. This is coming to an end, and you are going to have this major improvement, like, oh my God, from the beginning of this week. But this is more going to reflect on a certain message you are going to have, certain realization you are going to have, the way you are going to feel, and how much more energy you are going to have. And you also are pretty much so going to be aware of the fact how different you were for the last 3 months. For example, you will kind of be pretty aware of this fact, my gorgeous Virgolini, how different you were for the last 3 months, and that in itself is going to elevate you even more. You really are going to have some kind of enlightening moment here. There is no doubt about it whatsoever, because after this moment in time, you will be seeing your life, you know, from a completely different perspective, from much better perspective. You're also going to begin to understand here, you know, what do you want to do so badly? What do you want to achieve in your life so badly? There are lots of ideas and realization that are indeed going to follow. Absolutely brilliant. So this week is marking the return of you coming home to yourself. You will notice how much more kind of energy you're going to have in terms of your own spirituality. So you are going to kind of reconnect with yourself on a spiritual level. There is something really spiritual and really beautiful you are going to do this week, and you are going to be enjoying yourself so much. My gorgeous Virgolini, welcome back, baby. Okay, and also this beautiful person, when it comes to this week, you know, it's really going to, this beautiful person, a really spiritual person, it's going to suggest something very interesting to you, what you should do, my gorgeous Virgolini. And this gorgeous person is somebody who is like a very much so highly appreciated by you. This person is one of the main people in your life, somebody also extremely open-minded, somebody very kind of successful, but also somebody who is like, oh my God, on a spiritual level, this person is somewhere completely different to the most of the world people in this world. And this is somebody in your life, and this person is really going to have such an interesting suggestion to you what you should do next, and you are gonna take this very seriously, what this person is going to suggest, because this is somebody really smart, somebody really clever, and somebody who know you at times better than you know yourself, and somebody who clearly understand and know and appreciate your talents, for example, your skills. And first of all, that person is going to suggest to you what to do, you know, and then you're gonna kind of take this, you know, you're gonna find this kind of flattering, you know, the way this person is gonna speak to you, you know, it's gonna make you feel really good about yourself, and you are not gonna make some kind of major decision like immediately, but later on you are gonna have this really kind of interesting experience. You are going to have such a powerful positive omen which is gonna come to you in the form of some kind of an animal. It's either going to be some kind of a cat or it's going to be a bird, but you will know that this is your sign. You will know that this is a good omen. When you're going to be focusing on this, you will be thinking about this, and then you see this bird or you see this cat, and you will, it's something really kind of magical, it's going to happen. And you will know, oh my God, this is my lucky omen, this is my good omen, this is my sign. My gorgeous Virgolini, you will know that this is your sign, that, you know, you really need to do what, you know, this person suggested that you should do as your next big step. Let me tell you, of course, number one, you are doing the right thing, and number two, you are making such a wise investment when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Virgolini. What's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week? Maybe I should be doing it like this. So this just fell. And it means that you just need to be more active. You need to be more out there if you possibly can be. Okay, you need to be more active. Please don't get me wrong, but this is the message that I see. The more active you are at this stage of your life, the more you are going to heal yourself. Okay, so, but let's just see what's just gonna be your tarot card message when it comes to this week. Someone is really going to irritate you. Someone is gonna break your heart a little bit, you know, because this particular person is just gonna kind of make, it's going to make some kind of a commitment that you are not going to like whatsoever, because you're very smart, you're very wise, you're very clever. And I'm not saying that this person who is gonna make this, commitment is not clever, my gorgeous Virgolini. But I'm just saying that, you know, maybe I'm a little bit more clever than this person, you know, because you will know that someone very close to you is going to make some kind of commitment, and you will be like, no, baby, no, you shouldn't make this commitment. And you're absolutely right, you know what I mean? And this is going to make you feel really sad, because you will know that this commitment is not the right thing for this person to do. And you really need to kind of not just leave it there, but you need to kind of maybe explain to this person where are you actually coming from. And I think that you're holding something back. There is something you have been through yourself before, and that's what you need to bring up, my gorgeous Virgolini. You need to bring this up, and that person will be able to understand better. Okay, so just be honest. I'm not saying that you're not honest, but just be honest. This is important. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, do you know what? I know this is going to sound really weird, but only this week you are going to become aware of your own power. Only this week you are going to become aware of your own power. You are going to have a blessing. You are going to have a big blessing. Okay? This is what you need to understand. You are going to become aware of your own power. And the reason why this is blessing is because right now you're also having an incredible option in life that only special people, only special souls have. And I really hope you recognize this. Okay, you are being guided at this stage of your journey. Just follow your intuition no matter what. The next sign I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Libra. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Libra, and when it comes to this week, do you know, you really are going to have this really beautiful, spiritual, amazing, mind-blowing experience. Okay, you are going to have this beautiful, spiritual, mind-blowing experience, and this experience is, whether you like it or not, about to turn your life around, my gorgeous Libra. Because of that experience, you are going to open your eyes. You are going to realize, oh my God, things you didn't realize before. You will begin to understand things you didn't understand before. You will realize what are you missing out on in your life so badly. You're gonna realize what are you missing out on in your life so badly. And therefore, you will open your eyes and you're gonna decide to move on. Okay? I can clearly see that after that moment in time, you will be speaking to somebody really important. It's going to start like a conversation. You're going to be asking certain questions. You're going to be exploring certain options. And this conversation is going to be very interesting, but it's slowly but surely going to become some kind of negotiation. And when it comes to this negotiation, you must not hold anything back. You must not hold anything back, my gorgeous Libra. Now it's your time. Now it's your moment. Don't waste it. And yes, sometimes we can talk to people that are very strong in terms of energy, or we can talk to people that are very intimidating, how powerful their energy can be. You know, sometimes certain people can be really adorable and really nice, but they still give out this really authoritative, you know, like energy, you know, and it's like, oh my God, for sensitive souls and sensitive spirits, so people are like, oh God, you know what I mean, I just want to go away. Oh, you know, they run the game. They can run the game like that because, you know, they're kind of sometimes one step ahead of other people because of this, you know. And then later on, when people are by themselves, they think, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have said this, I should have said that, you know what I mean? But I really hope that that doesn't affect the better of you, that doesn't get the better of you, my gorgeous Libra. So that's why I'm telling you now, that when it comes to this conversation, negotiation that is going to turn to, do not hold anything back, because now it's your moment. You know why? In 3 or 4 months time exactly, you're gonna be very, very happy, because there is a major achievement that is actually going to come out of it. You're going to have a major achievement that is going to come out of it. You know, but you do need to understand, and it's about you wanting to, just remember, it's about you moving on with your life, you wanting to move on with your life, and you knowing exactly what are you gonna do. Okay, now it's important to reorganize your life as well, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, now it's important to reorganize your life as well, my gorgeous Libra, because number one, you will be doing things that are gonna make such a beautiful impact in terms of you doing what you want to do, because you are going to pick up in terms of energy, and you are going to be and feel so much more creative, because once again you're going to find yourself on the path that you should follow, most certainly. And number two, you're making an amazing investment right now into your life, and when it comes to your future as well. And this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Libra. Very, very important indeed. Okay, and also this is I'm just gonna see what's gonna be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Liberina. I'm just gonna see what's gonna be an additional tarot card message. Oh my God, look at this. Do you know what? It's time. I know that this is gonna sound really corny, but come on, it's time to do what you want to do, and it's time to follow your dreams. This life goes like, woo, so quickly. It's time to follow your dreams. And if you do want to follow your dreams, then you need to understand that you also need to be prepared to do sometimes things you don't want to do. You need to take risks sometimes you don't want to take. Okay, you need to try things you may not feel comfortable trying. Do you know what I mean? In order to achieve what you want to achieve. You know, but this is what I suppose you need to open your mind. You need to come out of your comfort zone. Now it's time, my gorgeous Libra, and this is your sign, the moon, that, you know, now it's time to follow your dreams, and now it's time to follow your intuition as well, because, oh my God, you are going to have a really nice reward. You are going to have this is going to be extremely rewarding for you. And when it comes to all this, I mean, I think September 2026 is going to be huge for you. I think September 2026, it's going to be so good for you. And this is really pretty much so to do with this idea. You are going to have an incredible idea. You know, this, you following your dreams and you kind of realizing it's time to follow your dreams, you know, it's all going to be leading towards you having an amazing idea this week, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, and this idea that you are going to have financially is going to pay off like a big time at around September 2026, and that's what I need you to remember, because you've got a King of Coins here, so there is no doubt about it whatsoever. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Scorpio, my gorgeous Scorpione. And when it comes to you and when it comes to this week, oh my God, you know what? Something is going to inspire you big time. You are going to have this absolutely unexpected but really beautiful experience. At that moment in time, you really are. There is something you're going to see. There is something you are going to come across. There is something that you're instantly going to connect to. My gorgeous Scorpione, like, oh my God. And you will feel something in your soul you haven't felt in a very, very long time. In absolute ages. This feeling is going to be undeniable. This feeling is going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. And you are, so whatever you see, whatever you come across, you know, whatever inspires you so much, something is going to inspire you. This beautiful moment, this beautiful experience, you really are at that moment in time going to open your mind. At that moment in time, you're going to come out of your comfort zone and you're going to feel something you haven't felt never ever in your entire life. And after inspiration, oh my God, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I really want to start this. I really need to start this. Whatever this is, the moment in time you step into it, and the moment in time you start exploring your options, at that moment in time, there is this really sacred process of healing which is about to take over. And you will see, the more you are kind of in it, the more you kind of explore, the more you are kind of like diving into it, the better you're actually going to feel, and more you're going to realize what have you been missing out in your life, you know, all along. And the more you are going to be reconnecting with yourself and the more you're going to be healing, you will see how much better you are going to how much better you're going to feel, and how much more energy in general you're going to have when it comes to mental, spiritual, do you know what I mean, and even physical. And this is why you are going to start to kind of, you're going to start to focus like on a healthy side of things when it comes to your life, and when it comes to the certain changes that you need to make. You know, you are going to start to feel so excited about those things as well. But going back to this inspiration, I know that you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. You really are going to feel something so deep in your soul. This is going to be on your mind so much. This absolutely changes everything, baby. This is going to take the center stage. Now you're going to realize that, you know, you need to reorganize your life. Now you're going to realize that you need to make certain changes in your life. Now you're going to realize this priority change because of that. And that's why when you explore, I mean, when you find out a little bit more when it comes to this inspiration you're going to have, I know that your path is going to be leading towards this really amazing person, you will want to talk about it. Somebody so wise, somebody so smart, somebody so genuine, somebody so clever. Your path is going to be leading towards this person by the end of this week, and this person is going to answer some really crucial questions, You're going to realize that this is going to be even bigger and even better when this person that you're going to be led towards answer certain questions to you. Only then and there you're going to realize, oh my God, now I understand. This is going to be absolutely huge. This is going to be absolutely massive. My God, absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to this week, my God, you know, those of you who are single and ready to, hello love, those of you who are single and ready to mingle, I do see that somebody really beautiful is about to walk into your life. Somebody really gorgeous is about to walk into your life. This person is gonna, again, make you feel so good about yourself. And you are gonna be like really kind of thinking about that person quite a lot as well. As soon as you meet this person, there is going to be this instant connection, but it is going to take a little while until, you know, things go on a certain level, if you know what I mean. And also, if you are single and you don't want to be in a relationship, or if you are single, or if you are single and you don't want to be in a relationship, then this is going to be like a really beautiful friend, really beautiful spiritual friend who is about to walk into your life. And if you are in a happy relationship, then this also means that there is a really beautiful spiritual friend who is about to walk into your life. And your life is going to seem complete, and you're going to start loving your life even more, because this person is going to kind of inspire you to kind of do and try things you always wanted to do and try, but you just never had anybody around you like this who just kind of brings the best out in you. So of course it's going to be somebody who is going to make a beautiful impact on your life, and somebody who is indeed going to make you be and feel really active. And I'm just going to see what's going to be a tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. I'm just going to see what's going to be a tarot card message when it comes to this week. Let's just see. Oops, well, there you go. 4 of Cups. You see this, my gorgeous Scorpioni? And you know what that means? In this case, in this particular case, you're also going to see this bird, my gorgeous Scorpioni, this week. This really smart bird, really clever bird. For some reason, you are going to be thinking how clever and how smart this bird is. And as soon as this is going to be a very powerful omen. Do you know why? Because as soon as you see this bird, you're going to be thinking, for some reason, oh my God, this bird is so clever. Maybe it's just going to be like a certain breed, or maybe that bird is going to be doing something really specific. Either way, you're going to be thinking, oh my God, this bird is so clever, my God, you know. And then suddenly, oh my God, you're going to be reminded of some kind of problem, some kind of restriction in your life. You see this? You're going to be reminded that some kind of problems, some kind of restriction in your life. And look at what fell on the floor. Okay. My gorgeous Scorpioni. You see, you're going to be reminded of some kind of a problem, some kind of a restriction in your life. Okay, I'm going to leave this card that fell on the floor on the side just for a second. You're going to be reminded of some kind of a problem, some kind of a restriction in your life. And also, you need to understand that this problem and restriction, oh my God, this is going to come to an end. This is like going to come to a very successful end, because you will know kind of what do you need to do in order to kind of come on top of this. And you are going to be like, oh, I'm not too sure if I'm ready to do this, if I'm ready to get rid of it, if I'm ready to walk away from it. Look, baby, This means that this is going to come to a successful this challenge is going to come to a successful end. Whichever challenge you feel when it comes to this restriction here, it's going to come to this successful end. And this is what you need to understand. And also this card that, you know, fell out, Page of Cups, you're really going to have a pleasant surprise when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. You're going to have a pleasant surprise when it comes to things that belong to you. So materialistically, you're going to feel really good. You will know that you were able to protect things that belong to you. Of course, that this is going to be like a pleasant surprise indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Capricornius. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, I've just made a complete mess with cards here. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, just like my whole life, no, I'm joking. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, no, Sagittarius. Whoa, it's gonna be my gorgeous Sagittarius. So that was Scorpioni, and then it's Sagittarius, and then it's Capri. The next sign is gonna be my gorgeous Sagittarius. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is what you need to understand when it comes to this week. There is this really beautiful man. You know, through this man is really going to inspire you so much at around the beginning of this week. A really beautiful man, a really beautiful, really spiritual man, a really kind of like emotionally balanced man. This man is not afraid to show their emotions whatsoever. This man doesn't care what other people think about him whatsoever. Somebody very strong-minded, but somebody also very emotional as well. This man understood things at the age of like probably 12 or something that people don't understand throughout their own life. You know, so we are talking about somebody really special. This man, it's really going to play a big role in your life, because this man is going to inspire you. And, you know, inspire you to live a better life. This man is going to inspire you to do what you want to do. There is going to be such a magical experience you are going to have with yourself, because you are going to reconnect with yourself at such a high level like never before. You're going to realize things you never realized before. You will begin to understand what are you missing out in your life, but you're also going to understand for some reason how short this life is. You will be having this some kind of experience, something that happened to you not that long ago. This is what you're going to be reminded of, and this is what's going to be playing up in your mind quite a lot, and it's going to kind of pump you up even more when it comes to all this. But the bottom line is that this man is going to inspire you, number one, to like change your life, number two, to live your life, number three, to do what you want to do in this world, number four, you're going to open your mind and you're going to realize like what are you missing out on in your life. And only now you're going to realize that if you carry on after this moment in time, after this point, you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be unhappy because you know that there is so much more to life, and you will know that there is so much more that you want to do, but you just haven't done. You know what I mean? And that in itself is like a hidden blessing when it comes to all this. To be quite honest with you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, there is no doubt about it whatsoever. Not only you're going to be reminded of what you want to do out of in your life, not only that you're going to be reminded of what are you missing out on in your life, you know, but you're also gonna be reminded of this major burden, major problem, you know, boom, this problem you're gonna be reminded of, some kind of restriction that was causing all these problems, that was causing all this blockage, that was causing all this stagnation. That's what's important right now, to be able to identify this and to be strong enough to do something about it. Because when problem becomes a burden, then that means that it starts to affect our lives in such a way where we start to drag, everything slows down, things become stagnant, and that's not a good place to be whatsoever, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So because of this man, you are going to decide to make this major choice in life and finally do something about this burden okay, and you are you know, I can see you going to speak to somebody like really close to you after that moment in time, so like a friend or somebody, and then after that who's going to confirm things to you, and then after that I can see you going to speak to somebody really official, and this is going to turn out to be an absolutely brilliant experience. You know, you are making such a major alteration in your life when it comes to something that has been making you feel so unhappy for so long. Only now you will do something about it. There is a great advice, a really wise advice you're going to have, and which you are, thank God, going to follow. There is a little process that will go on for an additional couple of months or so, but after that your life absolutely changes, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and this is what's so important. And also this week you are going to have a very, very interesting opportunity to start a brand new venture, and I really strongly suggest you to go for it, because that brand new venture that suddenly you are going to have, let me tell you, it's actually the part of all this. And this is why it's important for you to acknowledge this. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week. I'm just going to see what's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Let's just see. Oh my God, you see this? Look at this. There is going to be such a, honestly, I know that you're going to have something is going to happen this week. Like maybe it's going to be like a little party that you're going to have. Maybe it's going to be some kind of a gathering, or maybe there's just going to be 2 or 3 people like having a coffee or something. And a very interesting conversation is going to come up, okay? A very interesting conversation is going to come up, and you will realize that you really need to kind of you're going to come to this conclusion with these people that you need to make some kind of a compromise. You will realize which compromise you also need to make, you know, and after that moment in time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know what, you are going to be so much happier, because you are indeed going to be able to follow your heart and do what you so want to do in your life, and you are going to remove yourself from like a group of people that no longer serve you. Look, it's time to wake up, baby, because for some reason you are being surrounded by some kind of people that are not good for you and not good for your energy anymore. So this means that spiritually and mentally you evolved, but you're still hanging around the same people. So they are kind of holding you back. And they may not be like, they're not necessarily horrible people or vile people or something like that, but it's just not, they just don't match your energy anymore. Okay, so who made you feel negative lately? Who brings you down every time when you're around them? Maybe it's time to move on with your job or something like that, different work, you know, if it's to do with that. Maybe when you go and do fitness or something, maybe that's not good, that place is not good for you anymore. Maybe you should do it somewhere else, or whatever you do, you know, just kind of be honest with yourself, because it is kind of starting to affect your energy in general. The next sign I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Capricorn. My gorgeous Capricornius, do you know what? Oh my God, this is going to be absolutely brilliant when it comes to this week. Number one, you really are going to have this really beautiful, unexpected spiritual experience when it comes to the beginning of this week. You're going to have this beautiful, unexpected spiritual experience. You are going to open your eyes, and you are going to realize what are you missing out on in your life. Oh my God, but you are going to feel things, you know, right now from a completely different angle, from a completely different perspective, which means that you are finally, hallelujah, going to have and feel this great sense of urgency, okay, in order to do and what you need to do, and in order to make the necessary changes. You are also going to this is important, you know, aspect, you know, to recognize, to identify. Do you know why? It's going to help you to reconnect with yourself, to recenter yourself, and to ground yourself in the best possible way, because in order for you to kind of, you know, make certain changes, there is some kind of a risk that you are gonna need to make. And thank God you are gonna do this, because you are gonna be doing the right thing. Okay, this is gonna kind of give you confidence in order to take and to make the necessary risk in life, you know, in order for you to allow for this, you know, to happen. This is why this is going to be so important when it comes to this spiritual experience, because something is going to happen within which is going to change absolutely everything. Okay, and especially when it comes to those things that have been kind of holding you back, you know, subconsciously so far from moving forward in your life. And you're also, my gorgeous Capricornius, going to have this really dream. This dream is not going to make sense whatsoever. This dream that you're going to have at around the beginning of this week, it's not going to make sense whatsoever, or at some point this week. But it is going to remind you of this certain person who you haven't seen in absolute ages, and you are going to have this feel of guilty, you know, that you haven't seen and you haven't spoken to this person in absolute ages. And this is like a hidden message in that dream to actually try to reconnect with that particular person who you are gonna be having in your dream. Okay, and once you reconnect with this person, oh my God, my gorgeous Capricornius, once you kind of reconnect with this person, you will be you are going to find out crazy, ridiculously important information through this person. Ridiculously important information through this person. When it comes to your immediate future, you will know what to avoid, something that you were going to do, something that you were planning to do. But through this person, you're going to realize that this would be like a crucial mistake. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important, because you are going to know what to avoid. And that you really are going to find out some kind of important information which is going to help you to protect yourself, so you're not going to make like an unnecessary mistake in life. So that's why this is going to be so important for you to do. So there is a reason why this person suddenly appeared in your dream, my gorgeous Capricornius. Do you see what I mean? Because it's going to be leading towards you having this crucial warning at this stage in your life. These things are most certainly happening when they're meant to happen, for sure. And you're also, my gorgeous Capricornius, going to have an amazing opportunity this week. Oh my God! What a crazy week, honestly. Honestly, you are going to have an amazing opportunity when it comes to this week. Oh my God, as soon as you have this opportunity, it's to do with one of your goals. It's to do with one of your goals. Or it's to do with such an important goal of yours. I know as soon as you have this opportunity, oh my God, this is how you're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. And you're going to feel like, I'm going to dive right into it, baby. You're not going to be thinking like, oh, shall I do this or not? You know what I mean? None of those, baby. You're just going to be thinking, I'm going to be diving right in, and this is to do with one of your goals. And that opportunity, having said that, not only this is to do with your goal, my gorgeous Capricornius, but this is also going to be the beginning of a really gorgeous little adventure as well. But when it comes to this adventure, you need to be, you know, tactical. When it comes to this adventure, my gorgeous Capricornius, you need to be tactical, and you need to kind of like understand that you are gonna need to reorganize your life. You are gonna need to make the necessary changes in your life, which you may necessarily want to do at this stage. But sometimes we do need to make the necessary sacrifice in our lives, my gorgeous Capricornius, in order to do and achieve what we want to do. So now, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and when it comes to this week. I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an additional message when it comes to this week. Oh my God, this really is going to be your week, to be quite honest with you, because there is going to be this unexpected reward you are going to have. And this unexpected reward you are going to have, pretty much, so this is to do with 9 of coins, so it is to do with with you having this reward for your hard work. Okay, so you are about to be rewarded, my gorgeous Capricornians, for your hard work, and I'm so glad for you. So now also at the same time, you know, it's not only about this reward for your hard work, but now also at the same time you need to follow this path, you need to follow this direction, you need to take this on the next level, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is what you need to understand when it comes to this reward. Now it's time for you to take this on the next level, and I know that there is some kind of a journey that you are going to need to make. There is some kind of a journey and some kind of a trip that you're gonna need to make, and please don't kind of, oh my God, not to go on this journey, or this is so important for you to do, and I see that something will probably be kind of putting you off from making this journey, but you need to do this because you are, this path is gonna be leading towards, you see this King of Cups, this path is gonna be leading towards this person who is going to again give you such a crucial information when it comes to all this. And this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Capricornians, to be honest with you. Okay, so the next sign that I am going to be talking about is going to be Aquarius. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, oh my God, what a surprising message you are going to have when it comes to this week. What a surprising information you are going to have when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Oh my God, this is going to blow you away. All I can say to you is this, my gorgeous Aquamarini, your vision is becoming your reality. Okay, a big massive reward you are going to have, you know, at the same time, my gorgeous Aquamarini. This is going to mean to you so much. Not only based on this information you will understand that your vision is becoming your reality, but you're also going to be able to make such an important choice, such an important step in your life. And I know that this is going to seem and feel a little bit risky right now, because it's not like you didn't expect this. Don't get me wrong. Listen, it's not like you didn't expect this whatsoever. You see, you did expect this. This is exactly what you were working towards. This is exactly what you wanted to achieve, my gorgeous Aquamarini. But at the same time, the reason why you're going to feel so indecisive, like, oh my God, it's because this is happening like about a couple of months earlier, at least 2 months earlier. This is happening to what you have actually expected. And this is why, oh my God, this is really kind of gonna throw you out of balance for a second or two. This is really going to pleasantly surprise you. So it's not like you didn't expect this reward, my gorgeous Aquamarini, but this is just happening, you know, earlier than what you expected. So that's why, oh my God, it's all gonna seem like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. You need to keep this going. Okay, there is a reason why this is happening like about 2 or 3 months earlier than originally planned. You need to keep this going, and you need to immediately make this major choice in life by taking this on the next level. It's what you would do in like about 2 or 3 months, what you were planning to do in about 2 or 3 months. So you need to see this as a surprising moment, but at the same time as a big blessing in disguise, because this is going to change your life in the best possible way. I need you to understand that there is because this is kind of risky for you to do a couple of months earlier. For example, you weren't prepared for this. You thought that you had like about 2 months to prepare. You wanted to do certain things. You didn't prepare for this. So that's why certain things are going to seem more risky. But the more risky certain things seem to be and feel, the more rewarding this is going to be, because this is going to be leading towards this major reward, major success success, major achievement, the sooner you do it, the bigger success you're going to have, the bigger achievement you're going to have. The longer you leave it, the less success you are going to have. So that's why I need you to once again to go with this flow, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because you are most certainly making such an intelligent choice in your life. Okay, this is to do with what you want to do. This is to do with your desires. This is to do with your determinations. You know, this is to do with like you know, that's why you're making such an intelligent choice in life when it comes to all this, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And this is why this is so important. My God, I'm not being funny, but within the next few months, you are going to realize how, you know, how powerful you actually are. You know, you're gonna realize what exactly are you capable of, you know, and at the same time, you also need to kind of understand that when it comes to this week, you really are gonna need to have such an important conversation with this one particular person, somebody again like a younger spirit. Please, 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 you're gonna need to have such an important conversation with this younger spirit in your life. You're gonna realize that this person is up to no good. This person is about to make some kind of commitment that you know it's gonna be absolutely dreadful for that person. So you need to step in. You know, on one hand, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, shall I just let them and learn by themselves? No, you need to step in. You need to step in because you need to step in and you need to kind of you need to stop this commitment because it will be kind of more damaging to that younger spirit than you can possibly imagine. And then later on, you would never be able to forgive this to yourself, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And that's why I need you to step in, baby, and do something about it. This is, just say what's on your mind. You know, at the end of the day, you're only going to be saying things that you're being honest about, and you're going to be focusing on your own experience in life. Your own experience in life. So this young spirit is going to be ever so grateful to you indeed. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards and I'm going to see what's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, okay? I'm just going to see what is going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week. Oh my God, look at this. You really are gonna kind of have an unexpected experience, and there is something you are going to see, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're really going to connect to this week, and which is going to be leading towards you, really kind of becoming interested in this particular subject, for the first time ever. Do you know, for the first time ever in your life. It doesn't matter how old you are, baby. It doesn't matter at which aspect of your journey you have found yourself at right now. But there is some, it doesn't matter how old you are. Oh my God. But you are gonna really become so interested in this particular subject, and you will really want to kind of find out more about it. And then the more you think about it, the more you will want to kind of find out, the more you're gonna feel connected to it. And the more you feel connected to it, the more, you know, you're gonna realize that there is something to it. There is something to it, you know. There is something more to it. There is something more to this, you know. But you're not gonna be able to explain it. And even more so, look, at around that time, you see this baby here. He's looking at a bird. So you are gonna have a sign. You are gonna see this bird at around that time, and you will know yourself that this bird is your omen. This bird is your sign. This bird is either gonna do something clever, either gonna do something smart, or you're just going to be thinking about this bird as a really smart breed, for example. And this is going to be your omen, and you will know, oh my God, I need to do more. I need to kind of like really do more. I need to find out more about this subject. You know, I need to do more about this subject. And you are going to follow your heart when it comes to it after that moment in time. Thank God you're going to, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because, you know, like a really sad time in your life, it's going to come to an end. with this, number one, a really sad time in your life, it's going to come to an end. Number two, you're going to realize which group of people you want to move away from, and you need to protect yourself from. But you protect yourself from this particular group of people by moving away from them. You know, you will realize that you grew, you evolve so much. So, and that in itself is kind of going to play a really important role when it comes to you reconnecting with yourself. This is what you need to do in order to reconnect with yourself. Okay, you need to protect yourself, you need to protect your spirit, you need to protect your energy, you need to set the healthy boundaries in your life by realizing that maybe a certain group of people is no longer good for your energy because you're so spiritual, and maybe this group of people is not spiritual, so therefore their energy became rather heavy. You evolved so much, and maybe this group of people stayed on the same. You know, this could be like with your work, this could be to do with anything really. And also, my gorgeous aquamarine, when it comes to this week, do you know, something really beautiful is going to happen to those people who are in relationships. There is no doubt about it. And something beautiful is going to happen to those people who are in relationships, and they really are going to reconnect in a really beautiful way. And also, when it comes to those of you that are single and ready for relationships, you know, I think that somebody really interesting is about to walk into your life, which is it is going to take a little time until something real happens, you know, but it is going to start like some kind of a rather nice friendship. And if you are in a relationship and you don't want you know, anybody to walk into your life. If you are single, if you're single and you don't want anybody, like a relationship, to walk into your life, like on that romantic level, I mean, you know, then this means that a really beautiful friend is about to walk into your life, who is going to make your whole life so much more meaningful, because that particular person is going to be keep on reminding you of things you should be doing, you should be exploring, you know, and things like that. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Piscelini. Do you know what, my gorgeous Pisces? Something very unusual. It's going to happen this week. Something very unusual. It's going to take place this week. Somebody is going to be like a little bit horrible to you. Somebody is going to be like not really nice to you when it comes to this week, you know. And when it comes to this person not being nice to you, you know, this is not going to affect you in a bad way. You're not going to be sad. You're not going to be down. You're not going to be negative whatsoever, because this particular person who is not going to be nice to you, it's somebody who is like, how they say, like rather annoying, rather stroppy, rather hot-headed. And most importantly, this is not a nice person. This person who is not going to be nice to you is not a nice person. And you know this. So this is not going to affect you like on that particular level, on a deeper level, if you know what I mean. But this is something really magical is going to happen here. This is a blessing in disguise. You know why this is going to be blessing in disguise, my gorgeous Piscelini? Because this person who's going to be like really a little bit rude to you, or who's going to be a little bit not, this person who's not going to be nice to you, it's actually really kind of going to have such a positive impact on your life. This person is going, you are going to open your eyes. This is going to bring such a positive energy into your life. This is going to kind of bring this courageous energy into your life. This is going to motivate you to do what you want to do. Does that make sense? This is going to motivate you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and this is going to remind you to do what you want to do so badly. Okay, and you are gonna be kind of reminded of this idea, this amazing idea you've had for a while. Only now you're gonna realize how important this idea is going to be, but now you're also not going to care whether you know, you make it or whether you don't make it, whether this is too risky or whether this is not risky. There were certain things that were holding you back when it comes to this idea. You saw something too risky. You weren't too sure if this is the right idea for you or not. As the next big step, what do you want to do? And the bottom line here is that you will be reminded of this idea. And somehow, when I say that this person who's going to be like not really nice to you, when I say that this is like a blessing in disguise, it's because this person is going to have such a powerful impact on your life. Because of this person, you are going to have this boost of confidence, which is instantly going to like kind of, and that's why you're instantly going to be reminded of this idea you've had for a while, and you will not care right now because of that boost of confidence if there is any risk involved whatsoever, because there were certain things that were holding you back, you need to understand also that when it comes to this idea that you're going to be reminded of finally, it's like, oh my God, it's to do with the next big step that you wanted to do, but it's also to do with the fact that you already had an opportunity. This is to do with an idea that you've already had, but you are well aware of the fact that, you know, there is also an opportunity for you to do this, and it has been all along, but it has been like too risky for you all this time. And this idea, it's gonna work out perfectly. This idea will change your entire life instantly. This idea, as soon as you're reminded of it right now, you will take it very, very seriously. And this is only because you will be looking at this from a completely different perspective. You will begin to understand that sometimes in our lives we need to take a certain risk. Sometimes for a while we need to do something we don't want to do. We need to do certain things that makes us feel quite uncomfortable, but that's part of our lives. That's part of our journey. We find out so much about ourselves on this type of paths, you know, and especially when it comes to us doing things willingly, we know we don't want to do for a while in order to achieve what we want to achieve. Oh my God, it makes us who we are. We become wise, we become smart, we become clever, we go through things that will change us forever. And this is exactly what's happening right now. You will indeed be taking this idea very seriously. You will be taking this idea on the next level financially. Oh my God, already in as little as 10 weeks time after this moment in time, oh my God, like a major financial reward. Already in 10 weeks time, in 10 weeks time already you are going to have a major financial reward when it comes to this idea. But it's not only about money, it's not only about finances, it's a lot to do with your own spirituality. It's a lot to do with your own energy, because you are at the same time protecting yourself, you're protecting your life, you're protecting your energy, because right now with you taking this idea on the next level, you're also setting the healthy boundaries in your life. You will realize clearly that, you know, where your journey has come to an end and what do you need to walk away from, and most importantly, what do you need to walk away towards as well, my gorgeous Piscelini. And you're also going to have such an unusual dream when it comes to this week. You will have an unusual dream, and this dream is not going to make sense whatsoever, okay? This dream, it's not going to make sense whatsoever, but there is one particular person who is going to be in that dream, and you will be reminded of this particular person who you haven't seen in like absolute ages, and you know, you are gonna start to feel rather guilty that you haven't seen and you haven't visited this person. And thank God that you are gonna decide to go and see and visit that person. And when it comes to that person, you will have it's not only about you doing the right thing, kind of going to see this person, but you are going to have such an important warning through this person. This person is going to warn you about, you know, which mistake you shouldn't make, okay? When it comes to immediate future, this is very, very important. And it really depends what exactly, exactly this person is, what exactly you're going to be talking about, my gorgeous Piscelini. You see, this is what's important, because you're going to be reminded of, you're going to have a major warning through this person to not to make some kind of mistake when it comes to your future. You will know what you need to avoid based on this person's personal experience, you know, and it really would have been some kind of impulsive mistake that you would have made, that you would never ever be able to forgive to yourself later on. Not only this would like kind of affect your life, baby, but it will affect the lives of those, you know, who mean to you the most. Okay? So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card, additional tarot card message when it comes to this week. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Piscelini. Let's just see. Oh my goodness, look at this. Really, really big achievement. My gorgeous Piscelini, this week is going to be so crazy. You really are going to have such a beautiful, such an important achievement when it comes to this week. Come on, Six of Wands. You really, this is going to make you feel, this is going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel really victorious. You know, this is to do with a really big achievement, a really big victory. Look at this, Six of Wands. You're going to feel like you want to celebrate, how proud of yourself you are going to feel indeed. And now, when it comes to this big victory and when it comes to this big achievement, this really is to do with something you committed yourself to do for a while. Look, a while back, you made this major commitment in your life. A while back, you made this major commitment in your life, my gorgeous Piscelini, at least like 3 months ago, like at least, you know. You made this commitment. Okay, and now because of that commitment, you are going to have this big victory. You're gonna feel so proud of yourself, my gorgeous Piscelini, but also at the same time, you know, there is a very kind of interesting sign you are going to have at around that time. You're also going to have a very interesting sign at around that time, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you will know which intelligent choice in life do you immediately need to make. But then again, at the end of the day, it's just about you following your heart, literally, and doing what you always wanted to do. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.